Hey y'all, today we are making a delicious baked spaghetti. Honey, this is the best, cheesiest, and easiest baked spaghetti you have ever had. So I know you're gonna love this recipe. Don't forget to check out my ebook in the description box, and we are going to get started with the Trinity. Now I have one onion, one bell pepper, and just one rib of celery. Okay, now the ratios are like this because you don't want the celery, to take over, but it does add a really nice flavor to your spaghetti sauce. If you ain't tried it, honey, give it a try. Add a pinch of salt because you want to bring that moisture out of the vegetables. Then we're going to saute this for about 3 minutes before adding in the garlic, and we're just going to saute that for about 30 seconds because you don't want to burn that garlic. Now, I am going to be using a mixture of lean beef, so this is like 93% lean, as well as turkey Italian sausage. Because these are so lean, I'm actually not going to drain any grease or broth that comes off of it. But if you use like a 73 beef, then you're definitely going to need to drain that grease. All right. Now, I actually ended up really liking this turkey Italian sausage. It had a great flavor. I was genuinely surprised. So, hey, give it a try if you've never done it. And then I'm going to chop it up really small with my spatula. And as you can see, there's a lot of broth. Most of that I think is really from the turkey, but it's all flavor, and in a spaghetti, it don't really matter. I'm putting in a tablespoon of the onion and herb seasoning, as well as half a tablespoon of beef bouillon. If you watched my spices and herb video, you will see the recipe for that onion and herb seasoning. Fresh oregano is going to give it a great flavor. I'm going to mix this in and just let everything get seasoned well before I go in with a little bit of Worcester sauce, okay? About a teaspoon or so is good. Now, this brand of spaghetti sauce, I had actually not tried before with the olive oil and garlic, but you know what? It was really good. I didn't even feel like I needed to add any extra sugar to like balance any acidity or anything like that. I feel like it was pretty perfect. So give this one a shot. However, it definitely does have olive oil in it. You'll see that there's a good amount of olive oil in this spaghetti sauce. I'm going to mix this together, and I'm going to let this simmer on low, covered for 15 minutes. And then, because there was so much broth, I decided to let it simmer uncovered on low for about 15 more minutes as well, just to get it to the thickness that I wanted. You'll see that oil come to the top. That's perfectly fine. Then I'm going to go in with some fresh basil. Now, this just makes the sauce the boss, baby. Fresh basil just does something to your spaghetti. All right, the Italians definitely weren't wrong with that. I'm going to mix this together, and then I'm going to be starting on my noodles. I'm using some chicken bouillon and some salt to boil 8 ounces of noodles. If you want to do a whole pound of noodles, you just double the whole recipe. Okay, y'all know what to do. And I'm going to cook these until they're al dente. You don't want to overcook these noodles for sure. But once I drain them, do not rinse them with water because you still want them to be warm. You'll need it when you go and put it inside of this cream sauce. Now, y'all, this boursin cheese. Okay, can we talk about this? Oh my goodness, it is so good. If you made my baked ziti, you already know. If you made my shrimp mac and cheese, you already know. This little cheese with some cream cheese and then some fresh chopped basil, a teaspoon of my onion and herb seasoning, and a little Vegeta. Oh my gosh. Like, whoo. Now, it is thick. Even though I let everything sit out at room temperature, it was still a little hard to mix. So I ended up adding in about 3 tablespoons of sour cream. You could also add in like a little bit of heavy cream too. That would be fine in order to get it to blend a little bit better. But y'all, this tastes good. And now you see my noodles are hot, and then I'm going in, I'm adding them into my cream mixture, and then it's going to like loosen everything up. Okay, because there's a little bit of heat, a little bit of water still in those noodles, a little bit of pasta water. And it's just going to loosen it up. Now, once you mix this together, go ahead and get out your casserole dish and plop all that spaghetti right up in there. Okay, we ain't doing layers. No, we ain't doing all of that. Okay, just put it all in there. And then I'm going to go in with some fresh mozzarella cheese. So since it's so fresh, it's easier to just break it apart in chunks as opposed to, shredding it. And then I'm going to go in with my meat sauce. Now, when you put this meat sauce in here, okay, make sure you actually go in with a spoon and you just kind of make some little pockets inside of the spaghetti noodles, because you don't want them to be dry. Now, of course, there's a lot of sauce in here, so it's unlikely for it to be dry. You ain't mixing it, but I just like doing this just as a little assurance. All right, and then I'm going to top everything with some double liner cheese and some mozzarella, but you can use any cheese of your preference. If you're enjoying this recipe, please go ahead and give me a like and subscribe, and also let me know what your video requests are and what are you going to serve this baked spaghetti with. Like, are you doing salad? Are you doing garlic bread? Is this just, a one pan meal for you? Let me know in the comments. As I'm going in with this mozzarella, I'm just spreading it out because we all know that we love the cheese pool, baby. That's what the mozzarella does. And I've had my oven preheating at 375 degrees. I'm going to cook this for about 35 minutes. You want it to be bubbly. You want that top to be golden. There is a little grease on the top. I just dabbed that with a paper towel and went on with my business. Now, I let it sit for about 10 minutes before deep diving into this. Y'all, do you see it? Oh my gosh. Eat this with some garlic bread, a little bit of a salad, and baby, your family is good eating, and this is so easy. I love you all so much and appreciate you all. God bless everyone who watches my channel, and goodbye.